Hello there, this is Rebecca, and today I'm here to show you how I plan my Christmas. And in the last probably 5 years, I have kept a spiral notebook that I just keep using from year to year that keeps up with everything that I do from the previous year. And so I wanted to show you, I'm starting a new notebook this year. My last one got filled up, and I'm going to have a couple of these available on my Etsy site along with some trinkets and things that will go along with helping to keep it not only organized but cute as well. So let me go ahead and first show you the one that I've kept for the last 5 years. This was a spiral notebook that I purchased from the dollar store, and that I just basically added different fun little designs and elements to create it to fit me, and that way it looked really pretty. Now, one thing I do try to do is keep this away from my kids because it has everything in there from the years of what I've purchased and ideas and things like that. So as long as I can keep them from looking in it, then we can have Christmas as a surprise. But let's go ahead and get started. At the beginning, I just typically have Merry Christmas, and as you can see, or like what I kind of, from year to year, I have different themes for Christmas. So in this case, I think it was more like a older style Christmas. Let's see here. Last year I did a real vintagey pink, lots of pinks and greens Christmas. One year, this was a pink and blue Christmas. Yeah, of course I have pink in every bit of my Christmas. This was in 2002. I did the Nutcracker Suite. This was a Graphic 45 paper series, so I did not only my December Daily in Nutcracker Suite, but I also did our Christmas tree and all like candies, and really kind of kept with the sugary treat theme. Let's see, year 2011, I think it was more like a red Christmas. I did a snowman Christmas, so it's a lot of it's just changing it up a little bit, and I do my mantle that matches the tree and those kind of things, so I just kind of stick with a theme. It's just something fun and different for me and my family that we enjoy. But so I've kept this from 2009, and this way I could reference back to things that I did. I also am able to plan out different things. I might even put in here new recipes that I tried, those kind of things. But as the years progressed, I actually got really better at documenting things, so I don't know why that's in there. But let me show you my last year so that you can kind of get an idea of what it ends up looking like. And again, most of this is writing and documenting and keeping up with things, but I do like to use stickers to make it pretty and fun and of course whimsical. So this just kind of gives you an idea. And then I also had this little pocket in the back that I kept receipts in. So let me show you my new one that I have started. I haven't written really anything as far as personal in there, but I've got, at the beginning of the year, I sit down and I write out everything that I've used in past years. So it starts out with this, and what we're doing this year is we're doing a country Christmas. So in the kit, I've included some Project Life cards along with some recipe cards. And I also have some smaller Project Life cards that I've actually attached in here. But I just used one of my Project Life cards to put Country Christmas. And that's kind of going to be our theme this year, is probably lots of red. I'm going to use a lot of glitter, like put glitter on pine cones and those kind of things. But do a lot of handmade fun Christmas, Country Christmas, handmade. So turning the page. So the first one I start out with is weekends before Christmas. So every weekend, I know it gets really hectic. So what I do is I start out writing down November, and these are the Saturday dates, and December, and that way I can keep up with what we are doing from the weekend to weekend, because I know those fill up. Important dates, these are different things that I want to remember, like St. Lucia Day, and those kind of things, just different traditions. Or maybe we have a choir performance or something at church. I want to be able to write those in there so I can remember those dates. The next page is celebrations and foods, and this is basically going to go down and tell me what I plan on having for each one of these. Thanksgiving, we always get together with my family, but I want to write down, okay, I'm bringing this, or I'm going to make this. Family Christmas, what we're having, what I'm bringing, and then of course I plan out our Christmas Eve dinner, Christmas breakfast and dinner, so I'll write those in there. And what's really nice is I try to change it up from year to year, so I'll look back and see what I did last year. Let's see what I did. So this is what's great about it, is I can refer back to what we had. We had ham, sweet rolls, and those kind of things for Christmas Eve. So that's one of the reasons I like keeping everything in one place. Traditions, these are different traditions as far as decorating Christmas trees, those kind of things. And I'll fill those in as they come. Or maybe I might look into, books or things that I want to try as well. Things to do, I have a list as I can check them off as I do them. These are things that we do every year. I guess they're kind of more like traditions too, but basically it's kind of like Christmas card picture, the Samaritan Purse shoebox drop off, white elephant gift, advent calendar, coworker gifts, bake cookies, download Christmas music to phone, decorate the house, decorate the tree, donate food to food pantry, get scrapbook, December daily journal together, letter to Santa, advent calendar, and teacher gifts. And I'll just kind of start marking in here as I remember other things, but this way I can go in and even add a date and check them off as I do them. In the kit also are these little tags, and then again I had put these project life cards, but I just added these in there just so that I have them in case I need anything, while I'm out and about. I can take this out and maybe write it on there and as a memory or as a to-do thing, and add it into my planner. I also love to bake cookies. That's one thing that's actually a big tradition, and so I'll write down in here what cookies I plan to make, and then cookie platters. That's kind of what I do for my neighbors and friends, as I make up different cookie platters. So I'll start coming in here and marking down who I plan to make cookie platters for. Christmas crafting. As much as I love to do crafting during this Christmas season, sometimes I don't get a chance to do as much as I would want to, but I do try to do at least a couple of things. In fact, I have like the pine cones that I plan on doing this year. I'll put those in there, pine cones covered with glitter. So I do like to come in here and add a few little things that I do want to create over the Christmas season. And I also kind of try to come up with something to do with the kids. Not my son so much, but my daughter is still, she loves to do crafting. The next page is my advent calendar, and what I'll do is as I start picking up items for the advent calendar, I'll come in here and I'll mark down what they are. That way I remember what I have for every single day and make sure I have something to give every single day. I've got to get started on that. I know I do have day one bought, but and a lot of times it's just little candies and little different trinkets and things like that. The next page is the December Daily, and what that is I keep a scrapbook through December Daily, and I also do a journal, Your Christmas by Shamel, and December Daily is Allie Edwards. So they both have a way of keeping up with Christmas, and I know as times get really busy, I want to remember, okay, I took a picture of day one, the mantle, or maybe I can talk about what I want to talk about, just in case I don't get a chance to do it right away. At least I have an ongoing list of things I want to document and talk about. Okay, and then we get into gifts, which usually by now I have a list, and I do have one in my head, so I'm going to start writing down gift ideas for my son and my daughter, and things that they've mentioned. Oh, I want this, or oh, I'd like to have this, or have you seen that? So I'll come in here and start just writing different ideas, and then as I buy the gifts, I come over here and I mark them in here so that I can keep up with them. And also, I mean, I know anybody that has kids, you got to have it equal across the board, so I want to make sure that if I buy for one, I buy for the other. And then over here I have my stocking stuffers list. this has really actually been one of the best things that I could have done from year to year. So because I know I cannot remember everything that I purchased or bought from year to year for them, and that way I can get an idea. And I also think that later on, when they go back and they look into my Christmas, they're going to say, oh my goodness, when I was 9 years old, Mom bought me, let's look in here what I bought. Okay, so in 2009, my daughter would have been 3, so my son would have been 9. I got him Legos, Hordea's Hut. I guess that has something to do with, I know I'm horrible at Star Wars. Oh, a Jabba the Hutt, a top hat. And so you can just go in here and see just little fun things that I'd bought them. And I think they'll get a kick out of it later on as well. So that's one of the, it's kind of almost like a scrapbook planner. So the next page is I come in here and I have my husband, and then I also have family and friends that I buy for. And so I'll just kind of start adding a list down of different things or ideas or what I finally picked up for them, and then anything that I might add, other family and friends that come down here. One of the things we do have is White Elephant Christmas, and so I need to come in here and mark those as well. And that may actually be part of my to-do list. White Elephant gifts. Yeah, so that way this kind of just keeps me up with what I have purchased as I buy items, and I can put them away. But then I have it, oh, I need to get something else, or different items like that. And then another thing that I've kept up with from years to year is next year ideas and thoughts. And this is really handy, especially like when I say, well, next year we're going to do this, or oh, the lights are horrible, they're old and they're not wanting to come on, or then maybe I've had one year half of our tree stop being lit, so it was like, okay, we need to get new lights, or the tree, we had to buy a new tree, those kind of things. Or next year I want to, actually I would really, really like to get a real tree. So I'd write different ideas and thoughts in past years, so that way, you know, when the year happens and you come in here for next year, you're like, oh yeah, I remember we've got to get us this and this, or I wanted to do this, or I think last year I wanted to make candy this year. So this gives me ideas and thoughts about what to do, or what I'm remembering the next year. And then it starts all over again. And so I did want to show you real quick here. I made these little metal tabs right here that kind of keep up with the months, the years. And all I did was I took, and this is part of the kit as well, but I just took one of these little metal pricing rings, and I found these stickers that fit perfectly matched in there. So what I did was I took this, and I took my Tim Holtz tiny stapler. Highly recommend getting one of these for any of your projects. And I just stapled it in there, and then I added this little round disc. And I have 4 of these that come in the kit as well. So I am going to link my Etsy site below. Again, I have just a limited amount of these, but this is something that you can also do on your own, and you can make it as original as you want. But I just like having a place where I can go back and reference from year to year, and it also creates not only planning but it also has memory keeping in there, to where this is something that can be kept and looked at from years to years, just to kind of see, how did we celebrate Christmas? What did we do? What was on my mom's to-do list? So I highly recommend doing something like this. But I think that's all that I have for now, and I will thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.